Okay, people, welcome to Wednesday with myself, JC, and Dan. I'm going to take you through our gymnastics skill day. So we're going to spend a good portion of the session going through some pistol practice, showing you different progressions and scaling options. There is quite a few to get through, and we're going to find the one that's best for you before we then move into our Tabata workout today. So when we finish the pistols, we'll move into Tabata. Each movement, we'll be doing pistols, hollow rocks, handstand push-ups, and handstand holds. Remember, Tabata is 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off, 8 times, and we're going to do that at each movement. All right, so that's going to be us today, Gymnastics Skill Day. I'm now going to stop showing this, and we're going to move to Dan. Just give me 2 seconds. And here we are. All right, so we're going to start with a warm-up first, a 9-minute EMOM. Dan's going to demonstrate the movements first, and then we'll go through it together. All right, so the first movement we're going to do is an inchworm, hands only. Dan's going to start standing up. He's going to walk his hands out as far as he can, head through shoulders if he can, and then he's going to come back nice and slowly. We are going to do that for 40 seconds on the first minute. So just watching again, as you can see. Okay, so that's your inchworm, hand only. Second minute, we're going to do something called pistol primers. Now, this is just going to be getting you ready for what's to come. If you struggle with this, just do your best. But Dan's going to take his leg back behind him. The whole of his shin and foot and heel is on the floor, and he's going to drive through the leg that he's leading on. So as you can see there, turn side on for me, Dan. So watch again. The whole shin, back of the front of the foot is on the floor, and then he's primarily driving through that front leg and standing tall, right? We will alternate as we go through those. Third minute, back to our inchworms. We start standing up, and this time we're going feet only. So hands are on the floor, palms on the floor if you can, and then Dan's taking his feet behind him, getting back to that same position he got to with the inchworms, hands only. All right, as you come up, try and walk those feet as close to your hands as you can, feeling that hamstring stretch. Here we go, just one more time. Dan comes out, and then he's walking up like an inchworm, straight legs as possible. Okay, guys, so this could be our 9-minute EMOM, just warming us up. I will tell you when to work, when to rest. Watch down at home if you're confused where we're at. So here we go, 10 seconds. Starting with inchworms, hands only. In 3, 2, 1, and off we go. We're just going to work for roughly 30 to 40 seconds. I will let you know, but we'll just remember, we're just trying to get warm, get the body primed, and get you open before we move into some pistol skill work. Try and get as far through as you can on these. If you can't get your hands all the way out like Dan is, just come to a plank position, absolutely fine. That's just standard there. We'll go 50 more seconds, so keep working. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 20 seconds rest. Moving into pistol primers next. We will alternate legs. Remember, you're going to put that whole shin, knee, and front of the foot on the floor, and you're primarily focused on standing up through the lead leg. All right, so put all the weight through that front leg. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. Stand all the way through, and then switch legs after you've done 1 rep. All right, so you shouldn't be pushing off the back leg. The front leg is getting you to stand back tall. 15 seconds gone. And we're going to work for another 20. Remember, we're just getting warm, not doing loads of reps. Nice active foot, driving through that leg. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. The next minute, inchworms, feet only. Primarily doing these inchworms, prep you for some handstand holds when we get to them at the end of the session. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Remember, hands on the floor first, feet coming back. Get as far through your head and shoulders as you can, and then imagine you're inching your feet up into a piked handstand position if you can. All right, Dan is quite flexible in the hamstrings. He can get his feet quite close to his hands. Some of you can't, that's absolutely fine. We're primarily looking for straight legs on this exercise. If you shake it out, that's fine. You have got 15 seconds. Remember also, we should not be caving in that low back, so we should think about a nice hollow position and rest. One round done, we're going to do this twice more. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So hands only again. As you get warmer, see if you can get a bit further out, but remember, we are looking for posture maintained. "20 seconds. Don't care how many reps you're doing, people. I just want to see you move and do so with purpose. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Pistol primers again, coming up in 20 seconds. We will be talking about a lot of different pistol varieties, but for the minute, we're just going to start with this very basic primer. In 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So Dan is still focusing on standing up through the lead leg. 100% of his weight and drive is coming through the lead leg. This is exactly what's going to happen with the pistol in a little while. If you imagine your foot is going to be out in front of you. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Inchworms, feet only. Again, and then we're going to do this one more time before we move on. 15 seconds. 10. 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Remember, as you're coming up, trying to keep those legs straight as possible. We get a nice hamstring stretch, which is going to help us out in a little bit on our pistols if you've been a bit tight, you've been sat down all day, etc., etc. So just focus on keeping the legs straight. Don't care how far they come up. 10 seconds, maybe one more. We're just finishing up one, relax. 5, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Okay, one more time, people. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Back to hands only in 5, 3, 2, 1. Off we go. When you get out to the end position, you can just pause a little bit if you want to. Get a little bit of an isometric trunk hold. Think about hollow position. So we will be doing some hollow rocks on this today as well. All right, so you can hold a little bit out there before you come back in, challenging yourself a little bit further. You've got 15 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. We're on to our pistol primers for the last time. 10 seconds. In 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Make sure the whole side of that shin up to the knee and the foot, front of the foot, is flush against the ground. we're trying to replicate the pistol squat in the scaled down version. 20 seconds, a little bit less. Ten seconds. And 5, 3, 2, and relax. Good. Okay, inchworms, feet only again for the last time. And then we're going to move into our pistols. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Feet only again. Keep the legs as straight as possible. Get out as far as you can. 20 seconds left of our warm up. Should all be feeling warm at home now. I'm ready to pull some shapes with some gymnastics in a little second. 10 seconds. 5 and 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so warmed up, primed, ready to go. We're now going to move on to pistols. So you're going to be at home watching this. Dan is going to go through a lot of different scaling options. We're going to talk about this for maybe 5 or so minutes, maybe a little bit longer. And then as we go through, we're going to ask you to demonstrate, well, we're going to ask you to do 3 reps of each movement on each side, so you get a feel for stuff. As we go up the progressions, if they become too challenging, you're just going to stick with the progression that you found to suit you. Now, pistol squat is an extremely challenging movement, even if you're super flexible. Let's just talk about first heel elevated. So it's quite hard with the pistol squat to keep your heel on the ground. This is where most people fail. Now, Dan has said to me categorically that he struggles on one side compared to the other. That's quite normal. If you want to make this a little bit easier for yourself, you're going to put your heel on the edge of the plate, all right? And this allows you, as if you're wearing a weightlifting shoe or squatting, to get into a better position. Do you want to show me a pistol, Dan? He's done that before. All right, so you see how the heel elevator is helping him get into that position. If he didn't have that, that would be a lot more challenging for him, as you can see. And you can see actually the posture and position he can't maintain because of that. All right, so from the get-go, people, if you've got something to raise your heel, like a little plate, if you've got a weightlifting shoe, wear that straight away. We're going to start with the easiest variation first, which is the box variation. You could use your sofa. If you've got a box, a table, something like that to sit to, grab it now and put it in a position for you to perform some pistol squats. Dan is going to basically have his back to the box. He's going to stick his leg out in front of him. All right, so whatever leg he feels he's going to start with. And he's going to keep his arms out in front. And as he does, he's going to sit back nice and slowly, kiss the box, and then he's going to stand tall. All right, so watch again, switch to the other side, hands out in front, sits back like a squat, and stands tall. If you come side on for me, Dan. So watch people, as he sits down, he is not resting. He's quite active, he touches down, and then he stands up. Show me, Dan, one where you rest on the box completely. Okay, so we don't want this rocking back and standing up, all right? That's pretty simple, and it's not the point of the exercise we're trying to achieve, okay? So active the whole way down. As soon as you feel your hips touch the box or sofa, stand back up, okay? Now, obviously, just to talk about points of performance here, you notice how Dan is keeping his leg as straight as he can, all right? The arms out in front, it's like a counterbalance thing, and he is trying to keep his back as flat as he can. That is challenging even at this position. Just watch one more time before we move on. Excellent, thanks, Dan. Okay, so that's gonna be a box variation. If you haven't been doing a few reps, do some now. We're now gonna move into a next progression. We're gonna use a band. Now, I admit some of you have not got access to maybe a band and a pull-up bar, but if you have, we are going to show this anyway. So wrap the band, loop it and swoop it. You're going to place one hand inside, wrap your hand around it, palm is up, okay? And Dan is again going to use the band, is going to basically help him into the bomb position. So watch this. Okay, give me one more, mate. And just pause. Now, it's important to notice that Dan is not using that band to pull himself up. He's using it only as much as he needs it. Okay, so usually as people come down, they're quite good. It's when they get to the bottom, they'll yank on it really hard and then do that. All right, we don't want to see that. So use the band only enough to allow you to get back up. So watch again. Dan is fighting his position. When he needs it, pulls in a little bit and then he stands back up. All right, remember, you're standing through one leg, the foot and heel is off the ground the entire time. One more time. And at all times, Dan's heel is on the floor. You can obviously put a heel underneath your plate for this scaling variation or any variation we are going to show as we go through. So that's your band. What you could do as well, I haven't discussed this, but there is an option of a pillar as well. You could use a pillar. We are still in camera here. But Dan could use a pillar, same thing. He can come to the side of it, tap the pillar to pull himself back up. Again, just like the band, only using it as much as he needs to. Thanks, mate. Now, you could do it off the box or off your sofa. We probably wouldn't recommend off the sofa because it's not very stable. If you've got a box, you can stand on the side of the box. This is primarily if you're having a struggle keeping your foot off the ground. So watch this. Notice how Dan is not worrying about his leg being straight out in front of him, but he is working that full range of motion, i.e. a squat, and getting some practice off the side of the box. That's an option as well, people. Next variation after that is holding an object. Now, when we're holding an object, yes, it does add load to the movement, but the primary focus here is for balance. If you're a pistol ninja, you could hold a weight close to your chest, etc., and load it up. But for this, you're looking maybe like a 2.5 kilo plate, probably no more than a 10 kilo plate to counterbalance you. So watching Dan here, holds the weight out in front, performs a pistol, and that is going to counterbalance him and allow him to get back up to that standing position. Notice how he's put a plate under his heel, even for this variation as well. That's your balance with your plate option. Okay, so that's another option. Moving on to what we're going to call the leg wrap. All right, so Dan is going to do with his body weight, he's going to wrap his leg, the leg that obviously is out in front, around the back of the leg that he is standing on. And then again, he is going to come down into a squat, hands out in front, and stand and drive through that leg. So we're taking out that leg out in front element, and we're just still trying to challenge you through a full range of motion on that one leg. I wouldn't say this is necessarily harder than some of the other variations. It's just another variation for you to have a go at and maybe decide what's appropriate for you. Cool. And then finally, obviously, if you have got this, an RX pistol squat, Dan is going to show one on his good side. And then again, one on his other side. Dan tends to hold his foot. I see some people do that. Some people do just put their arms out in front. But a full pistol squat, remember, we're looking for heel on the ground, getting deep into that position and keeping that leg and foot off the floor at all times. Thank you, Dan. All right, so those are your options, people. So we've talked through for probably about 8 minutes there, different pistol options and scalings. We're now going to give you about a minute or so to decide what you're going to do in the Tabata. And then we're going to finally explain the Tabata 12-minute workout. And then we're going to get into this. All right, so we'll give you about a minute now on the clock to get your scaling variation sorted. And then we'll talk through our workout for the day. What scaling are you going to go down?
Actually, bodyweight pistol.
Okay, cool. So Dan is, for you at home, he's going to be doing bodyweight pistol squats, heel elevated. We'll go, this one was fine. Yeah, so we'll move this clock out of the way. Yeah, that's fine. That should be fine. Okay, people, so you should have your space organized by now. A lot of talking, not much more, and then we're going to try and get back into some sweat. So the Tabata workout, just to refresh you, 8 times, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Each movement, pistols, hollow rocks, handstand holds, all right, or handstand push-ups for some of you. So we've gone through pistol squats, you've got your variation. Let's talk about hollow rocks, as we always do, even if you've been here for a little while. We'll go through progression 1, progression 2, and progression 3. So remember, we start on the floor, lying flat. We'll start with progression 1. The main focus is here. You're going to take a big breath in, blow your air out like you're blowing a balloon out, and that's going to put your belly button onto the floor. Dan's going to bring his knees off the floor, and then he's going to bring his head and chest and shoulders, and he's going to come into that position 1, hollow rock position. Sorry, position 1, Dan. That's it. Scaling 1, all right? So this is what we're looking for scaling 1. Remember, head, shoulders off the floor, low back into the ground. Position 2, progression 2, leg out in front, straight legs, pointing toes, arms out by the sides. And progression 3, arms behind you like you're on a pull-up bar. As you can notice, Dan is in that lovely hollow position, and then he is going to rock back and forth if he can, all right? Going back down the progressions, you can do that in progression 2, and same thing, progression 1, all right? So that's what we're doing, is hollow rocks variations. Handstands. So on the workout on BoxMate, it says handstand holds. For those of you who've got a lot of handstand push-ups and you want to maybe challenge yourself a little bit more, by all means. This is dependent on you having a wall. We will talk as if you have a wall first, and then we'll give you variations and options if you don't. So different kick-up variations. You can kick up against the wall, as Dan is about to do now. Remember, toes against the wall, nice stacked position like a pillar, hips and shoulders off the wall, and remember, nice and active, pushing up to the ceiling. Thank you, Dan. If you can't do that, you can do the wall walk variation. Start on the floor. We're going to walk our feet up the wall, come back to a position we feel comfortable. Dan is good with getting that nose pretty much near to the wall. If you can't do that, walk it away. Maybe here's good for you. And remember, same thing applies even if you're at this scaling or against the wall, nice pike position. Now, if you have not got access to a wall, or you don't want to damage your wallpaper, then you're going to start with, we've got 2 options. We're going to use we'll start on the floor, shall we? We'll start with a body weight pike variation. So Dan's going to come into a press up position. And then what he's going to do, he's going to bring his feet as close to his hands as he can. Notice how a lot of his weight goes towards the tips of his fingers, and he's trying to mimic a handstand as best he can. So try and push his head through his shoulders as best he can, and try and pike himself up as much as possible. Notice the legs are straight. That's one variation you could do. If you've got an object, a box, something like that, we can use that. Put our feet on top, pike our feet, and Dan is trying to walk himself back to that box. Notice how he looks like he's in a handstand, but his legs just aren't against the wall. Watch again. Notice how he keeps his legs straight. His torso is mimicking what he would do on the wall, just his feet are out in an L position. Okay, so that's your variations and options for the Tabata workout. Now, we've done a lot of talking. We're going to get you rocking and rolling very shortly. 1 minute to get your space organized. We'll get the clock back out for you, and then we'll get going very shortly. Remember, if you've got music, put it in. And I will keep you in time here. We start with pistol squats first. So we will do 8 times, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off of pistols. Then we'll move into hollow rocks. And then we'll move finally into our handstand hold and handstand push-ups, whatever you're doing. Okay, 10 seconds are going to give you. Get yourself in position, people. 10 seconds. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Remember, take your time with these. We're only working for 20 seconds. I just want to see continuous movement and you focusing on keeping good posture, i.e. heel on the ground and that leg out in front if you're doing that variation. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You'll come side on for me, Dan, just for this next set. Just alternate. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. If you're getting confused the last, always just check back to the video. You can see how Dan is moving through this. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 2 down. 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. As we go through this, absolutely fine to change your variation or scaling. Maybe you want to change yourself up as you go through, or maybe you think, oh, I need to go back down scaling. Absolutely fine. You do what is appropriate. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 3 down. This takes us up to 4 and halfway. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Really emphasizing the straight leg and heel off the floor, people. It does not count if the heel touches the floor. That's what makes the pistol squat a big challenge. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We are now halfway on this exercise. 4 more before we move into hollow rocks. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Re-emphasize, trying to keep the back as flat as you can as well. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 5 down. 3 more. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Make sure that your weight is in the middle of your foot. So I know we say heel on the ground, but realistically keep your balance in the middle of your foot. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 6 down. 2 more to go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Keep that quality. If you've gone up a scaling, good work. If you've been sticking with one, great work as well. As you get tired, it's very easy for things to start slipping, all right? So focus. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 1 more. This day is not about what we do, it's about how we do it. Working on skill, okay? 3 seconds. 2, 1. Last set of pistols. Let's see it. Off we go. Let's improve our skill acquisition. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and good for Dan there. All right, so that's 8 done. We are moving on to hollow rocks now. Get yourself in position. Here we go. 5, 3, 2, 1, and off we go. So hold in that hollow position, start rocking back and forward. Check down now if you are confused. Feet do not touch the floor. And he's keeping those shoulder blades off the floor as well. He's just basically rocking on that low back to glute region. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We keep the, if you're in that third progression, keep the hands wide. Imagine you're on a pull-up bar, like you'd be doing a kipping pull-up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. This is going to be set 2. Maintain the position. Focus on your hollow. Suck the belly button in. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Relax. This is not a big rock. It's quite a shallow rock. If you're watching down the next set, he's not going really back and forward. All right. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So it's a nice, tight, hollow, shallow rock. Remember, again, heels not touching the floor at any moment. 10 seconds. Dan has now brought his arms by his side. Absolutely fine if you've done the same at home. 3, 2, 1, and relax. If you feel, as I said, if you feel positions being lost, you need to come down and scaling. No shame in that. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Ten seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We are now halfway on the hollow rocks. 4 more to go. 5 seconds. Make sure you push that belly button into the ground. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Head and shoulders off the floor. You should be looking towards your toes. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax, okay? 4 more left. Now, if you're struggling with the hollow rock and you can't rock anymore, you can just hold. 2, 1, off we go. So try your best to keep rocking, but if you're finding it's becoming too much, try and just hold isometrically. So Dan is now switched into progression 1, and he is holding for the remaining 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so Dan that round did 10 seconds of his progression 2, and then 10 seconds of progression 1, just holding. 3 seconds. 2, 1, off we go. 2 more sets. Let's go, people. 15. 10 seconds. Hold your position, whatever you're doing. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay, one more time on hollow rock, and then we're going to move into handstands. So get ready for that transition as soon as we finish this last set. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. 10 seconds. Hold it, people. Last bit on this, and then we're moving into handstand holds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and rest. 10 seconds. Get yourself in position. We now move on to handstand holds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and up we come. Remember, keep everything stacked from your heels to your hands. Everything is stacked. Stack the bones, we say. 10 seconds. You should not be feeling your low back. Remember, hollow position still counts right here. 3, 2, 1, rest. Start off strong. If you have to come down a progression, absolutely fine. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Keep holding. We have 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 down. 6 to go. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. When you're in that handstand position, think about your hands, especially grabbing the floor, pushing through the heel that elevates the shoulder. 10 seconds. Push through the palm of that hand, elevate yourself. 3, 2, 1, relax. 3 down. This takes us up to halfway, this one. In 5, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Again, remember, if a scaling or the variation you're on is too much, come down a scaling. Dan's at that RX scaling. From there, he might come to wall walk next. 10 seconds, but he's doing good at the moment. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, relax. Halfway now. So 4 more. Shoulders will be probably cooking now. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So we've just got 4 more sets, people. Really fight for your positions now. Make sure those feet are together in your handstands if you're against the wall. And make sure your trunk is tight, stuck in that belly button. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, relax. Excellent. We have hit 6 sets. 6 sets now. We've got 3 more. Sorry, 2 more, excuse me. And off we go, guys, off we go. Dan is now in the wall position. He is holding quite far away from where he was, absolutely fine, 10 seconds. He is still active and thinking he is against the wall, upside down. 2, 1, and relax, good. 2 more, 2 more. 3, 2, 1, and off we go. We got 40 seconds of work, people, stay with it. Dan is working hard, I'm sure you are as well. 10 seconds. Really fight for it now, come on. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Great work. 10 seconds, we have 1 more round and you are done. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last 20 seconds, let's see it. Holding, whatever you're doing, feet together, squeeze that bum, squeeze that stomach, push through those shoulders, push through those hands. 10 seconds, less than. Holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time, people. Well done, well done. Good stuff. Give yourself a round of applause at home. Excellent. We'll give you about a minute or so just to kind of recover from that. Then Dan is going to start taking you through some stretches of his choice, and then I will dictate to you at home what he's doing. All right, so about 50 seconds or so, about a minute, and then we'll start moving through some stretches, start cooling down. Yeah, no, definitely got hard towards the end, right? So I hope you guys have gained a lot from that. We're going to try to keep some skill progression stuff going on through the programming, through this lockdown period. Plenty of time to work on pistols. So we will see this again in the programming, as well as handstands and different variations of. Okay, so Dan's coming down to the floor. He's on the all-4 position. We're going for a thread the needle. So we're going to drop the shoulder through, head on the floor. Dan's reaching through, trying to ease those shoulders off now and into that lat region. Make sure you just try and slow your breathing down and get your body back to what we call homeostasis. Holding for another 20 seconds. Ten seconds. And switching sides. Good 30 seconds in each pose we will be doing. Breathing slowly, trying to calm your heart rate down. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, relax. Okay. Onto our knees. Dan's going to bring one arm down behind him. He's going to use the other arm to anchor and pull it further down towards his back. If you struggle on your knees, you can do this sitting up on the object or cross-legged, same deal. Or you can do it standing up as well. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Switching arms, shake it out and switch over. Twenty seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Good. Let's bring our arm across the shoulder now. So straight arm over to one side. Use the other arm. Pull it in against your chest. Feel that across the front and into the delt region. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, switching out. Twenty seconds or so. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Moving to our final stretch. On all fours again, into kind of that child's pose. We'll start with 15 seconds with the palms face down, dropping that head and chest through the shoulders, trying to sit back onto the heels as best we can. Dan is now going to flip his palms up and drop his head through a little bit further. Holding for our final 10 seconds for today. 5, 3, 2, 1, and well done, people. Good job. Give yourself a round of applause at home. We're done for today. Hope you got a lot from that session. Tomorrow you are with AJ and Roz, and we will see you next time. Take care, people. End meeting on yours, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. End.